What's up, fellas? Just left the gym. Man, it's the first day of week 3. And y'all know, the week started on Monday. Every Monday I have a call with my brother Cry. This probably would drop before that, but basically, fellas, do you ever find yourself getting like a burst of motivation but it only lasts a couple days? Then you gotta start leaning on other things like your discipline, your systems. I'm still perfecting my system. My biggest issue so far since I've been in the brotherhood is my white areas. If you guys go watch my old video, the white areas is basically on your Google Calendar, the areas that are not occupied with something that you need to be doing. I'll post a picture right here of what my Google Calendar looks like currently. But basically, yeah, so these past 2 weekends, I haven't had anything on my calendar on the weekends. During the week, it's cool. Everything's cool. But on the weekends, I find myself drifting because I don't feel obligated to do anything because nothing's on my calendar. So the burst of motivation starts to disappear once I get in the white areas. Yeah, you want to stay busy, but you want to make sure that you're like busy in a productive way. You know what I'm saying? You don't just want to be busy doing anything, because technically during the white areas I was doing something, but I was doing the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? So after my calls with my brother, whether it's on our Monday one-on-one call or our weekend group call, I feel that burst of motivation, right? And this is why it's important to develop a strict system. I thought I had systems, but I didn't know how to implement them. So the past 2 weekends I fucked off. The weekend I just passed, I fucked off on Saturday, Valentine's Day. And then the weekend before that, I fucked off Sunday, Super Bowl weekend. Say if, hypothetically, I was to continue on that path, I gotta realize, right, the weekends make up 28% of the year. And yeah, it may not feel like nothing the first weekend you do it. It may not even feel like nothing the second weekend you do it. But it's compound interest. Everything compounds. Depending on what you're doing determines if it compounds you towards being 1% or if it compounds you being the 99%. So what we did is we went on ahead and structured my weekend days, right? And at the end of the call, he's like, yo, like, you got any questions, concerns or anything? I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, me, I've been a victim of like fear of missing out, like FOMO, right? I've been a victim of FOMO, right? I feel like I be like missing out on something. Like I don't know, I feel like I always gotta, like, I don't gotta be seen, but I gotta be like where things are happening. I don't know, like, like, bro, like, it's okay to have FOMO, right? It's okay to fear of missing out, but you gotta have FOMO to the right shit. Just to help you guys out, when things start getting hard, write down your list of love and write down your list of hate. The list of love is basically where you want to see yourself. What is 1% you look like? That's your list of love. Your list of hate is the things that kind of, I guess for me the best way to put it is the things that kind of like pushed you to the point where you feel like you have no choice but to prove them wrong, right? And the way my brother Cry puts it is like, if you don't succeed, that means they were right about you, right? In my calendar on a daily basis, I have 2 time slots where I review my list of love and my list of hate. And I also review my letter to self. I'll cover that in another video. But my main source of motivation is my list of love and my list of hate. So I was telling my brother, like, I have a fear of missing out. I struggle with FOMO, right? I fear of missing out on the biggest basketball game. I fear missing out on the latest concert, right? I fear missing out on the biggest party or the biggest event, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but then I look at my list of love and I think to myself, like, none of that shit is pushing me towards being that 1%, right? You gotta go through that season of loneliness. You gotta go through that season of no, right? You just got to tell yourself no. Tell people no, right? You got to go through that season. It's not permanent. It's not permanent at all, but it's a season until you get to where you need to get to. And then you can enjoy all the fucking events you want, because when you're that 1%, those events that you're missing out on are more enjoyable anyway, because you can do what the fuck you want to do. You can get what the fuck you want to get. It's okay to have FOMO, but you got to make sure you channel it in the right direction. So like, for instance, right, instead of fearing of missing out on that party, you should be fearing of missing out on not landing that 6-figure job. Instead of fearing missing that party, you should be fearing on not getting your dream physique. Instead of fearing missing the mix, you should be fearing on not being the man that you need to be to provide a dream house for your wife. You should be fearing on not being able to provide your son the Jordans that he wants whenever he wants it. You should be fearing on not becoming that man that's not able to take his mother on her dream vacation on every birthday or every Mother's Day, right? You should be fearing on not becoming that man that could provide his daughter with all the toys that she wants and all the shoes that she wants and whatever she wants in the world, and Disney World trips that she wants, right? Because like, yeah, that shit is fun right now, but the hardest part is looking 5 years from now. I know it's hard, but that's why your belief got to be so strong. That's why it kind of got to be like a now or never, man. Like on my first call with Cry, he asked me, he said, I need to know how willing you are to go 100% in on this. And I looked him dead in his eyes.
How committed you are to doing this right now?
100%. 100%. Didn't blink, didn't smirk, didn't smile, none of that shit, because I really feel like it's an all or nothing type thing, right? I don't want to be regular because I'm not regular, right? I'm not regular, and I don't want to be regular. I don't want people to mistake me as regular because I don't move regular. I don't think regular. I'm not regular. And to be honest, if you're here watching this, you're probably thinking the same thing. You didn't fall in this video on accident. You fall in this video for a reason. So a few things. For one, when the motivation dies down, I'm telling you right now, write your list of love, list of hate. Resort to that anytime that you need that push, right? And if you need a reminder to visit it, I have my reminder when I first wake up, when I start the day, and before I start my deep work session. So set a reminder to visit it whenever you need to. And for two, if you suffer from FOMO just like me, just always remember the long-term goal. Yeah, this shit nice right now, but if you stay locked in and locked down right now, trust me, it'll all pay off in the long run. That's where the vision boards come in. That's when the letter to self comes in, because you need to look at your future self and make the decisions that your future self that you want to be will thank you for right now. I know 1% Chris will thank me for going to the gym today. I know 1% Chris would thank me for investing in mentorship. I know 1% Chris would thank me for breaking the bad habits that I had last year, 2 years, 3 years ago. I know 1% Chris would thank me for breaking those habits now. I'm going to make another video getting more into detail with this, but like I said, y'all, when I had them calls with my brother, you know, I get the motivation. The motivation is up here, but as each day passes, it trickles down. But this is the first weekend that I don't have any white space, right? So I'm gonna be busy, and I'm blocking out all distractions. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Until next time, I'm out.